What's my favorite part of the fandom?
Yes.
Which fandom?
Like your book fandom.
My book fandom? I don't know what those words mean in that order. Like, I know what the Harry Potter fandom is.
Like, what part of your book fandom do you think is like the most awesome? Like,
What part of my book fandom do I think is the most awesome? I mean, I'm very flattered that you think that I have a book fandom, you know, and I like go home every day and I work in my lazy boy. I don't know, like I get pretty great presents compared to other people. Like the other authors I know don't get like, sometimes they get presents, but they aren't nearly as awesome or as hilarious or as thoughtful. Like I have more sculpture and sculptures of my puppy than I think perhaps anyone in America. I also have one of the world's largest collection of Black Santas. So like that's pretty great. Yeah.
and what do you sing in the shower?
What do I sing in the shower? Nothing. Unless I want to horrify anyone who might be listening. No, I mean if I sing anything, I sing the Mountain Goats. I'm sorry, but I really like them. Yes.
Hey, what would happen if you injected milk into your bloodstream?
What I just heard you say is what would happen if you got addicted to your bloodstream.
What would happen if you injected milk into your bloodstream? Because I've been wondering all morning and I can't figure it out.
What? Can someone repeat the question with screaming?
What would happen if you injected milk into your bloodstream?
What would happen if you injected milk into your bloodstream? I think it would be bad, man. I think that we should, I think we should go ahead and not do it. And then maybe we can get some money together for some scientific studies, you know, to find out what scientists think. But it seems like it would be a mistake. Yes.
Do you have a favorite part of your own books?
A favorite part of my own books? No. I think they're all, no. I don't really, whenever people really like their books, it troubles me. You wrote it, you should know the flaws of it. And hopefully you've been able to like paper over those flaws enough that people won't get mad at you. But you know, yeah, I always have the distinct sense that my books are having been written by me. I mean, I also don't read them after I finish them. Well, like after, I haven't read Alaska since it came out. And I don't really want to. But I'm glad that I'm really grateful that y'all read it. Yes?
Okay, I noticed that a lot of your characters, or all of your characters, sorry, they all have really quirky and cool friends. Are they like based on friends you have or friends you wish you had?
Are my quirky, cool friends in my high school books based on friends I had in high school?
Or friends you have now?
Yes. No, they totally are. Like, I mean, when we were in high school, like, our central ambition, aside from getting girls to like us, was to sit on a couch and play Super Mario Kart and make each other laugh. And, like, that was it. That was the whole game. And in a way, that's still the whole game for me. Like, they're just not there anymore. But I still want to make them laugh. I still want to like tell stories in a way that they would find interesting. It's now that like they encompass more people, and now Super Mario Kart involves like an actual wheel. So some things have changed, but that has stayed the same. And yeah, the characters, you know, I always think about my friends from high school because when I was in high school, I admired them so much. Like I really looked up to the people that I was friends with in high school because well, they just seemed a little bit more sure of themselves, and now I realize that none of us were sure of ourselves, but, you know, from the outside, they just seemed cooler. So I always wanted to try to capture some of that, you know, that hyper-intelligent, fast-talking, awesome that they had so much of. I think one more question, so make sure it's a kind of, yes. Yes. Do I cry when I read my own books or other people's books? I cry when I read other people's books a lot. Yeah, I just cried this morning. Not to seem too sensitive, but yeah. I think that one of the great things that books do is they make us believe in other people so much, so profoundly, so deep down that we grieve their losses in the way that we would grieve the losses of a friend. William Faulkner said in his Nobel Prize speech, he sort of attacked books that grieve on no universal bones. And I think that one of the things that good books do is that they grieve on universal bones, so that we feel their losses as our losses, and we feel their humor as our humor, and we feel their joy as our joy. And as close as we can be to our friends or to family or to people we love, in a way we can be closer to the characters in books, because their loss feels like our loss, not like a friend's loss, not like a relative's loss, but like ours. And so I definitely cry when I read books. I don't cry very much when I read my books, but I do cry sometimes when I write them, but mostly when I finish. Just relief crying. I want to say that this has been a really rare privilege for me to have such a great conversation with such great readers. This has been one of the best things that I've ever done, and I'm really grateful to you guys, because it was nothing that I did that made your questions so good. But thank you for being so awesome. Thank you for being committed to books and to reading, and to believing that young people can have a life outside of the romantic turmoil of Lindsay Lohan, and that there are things that matter more than Us Weekly, and for reminding me that that I'm really lucky to be read by you guys. I feel kind of like I won the lottery on that front. Like, a lot of people have maybe a lot of my friends have readers, but none of my friends have readers who are so cool. So I'm very grateful, and as the helicopter passes over, I will say thank you very much. Thank you for being awesome, as we say in Nerd Criterion, and best wishes.